13, he could cook whole meals, like roast chicken meals, stuffing, gravy, the whole thing on the table, hot. I really should have realised then that he was going to be a chef, but I just never pictured him as a chef. Strange, isn't it? Because look at him, he is such a chef. Samir learnt to cook Lebanese food just from being in the kitchen with me and my mother and my sisters.
It was always Lebanese food. That's all they really cooked. My mum and my nana and her aunties and her brothers and sisters and everything. All I knew really as a kid that I loved, like my favourite foods were the Lebanese foods.
In my family, there were no girls born in my direct family. Now Samir, my brother, he had to go into the kitchen, he had to do the dishes, he had to learn. He had to go in and help my mother, help my grandmother, and in doing so, he learned about food, he learned about flavour, he learned about the soul of the cooking.
Always heard about Lebanon as a kid. Like, it was the best place in the world. So it was like, me and my brother had to go together. He wasn't gonna come, and I was like, I bought you a ticket. You can either waste all my money and not come, or you can come with me to Lebanon. You go to downtown Beirut, and I actually went to Paris when I was traveling, and it's not as good. Downtown Beirut is like the most amazing place. It would be like going to Nana's house, but at a restaurant, because all the same dishes were coming out, because everyone knows Lebanese mezze. It's all the mezzes are the same. It's hummus, baba ganoush, kibbeh, fattoush, tabouli, you know, they all come out. So I remember just being like, oh my God, you can get it in a restaurant. It's pretty awesome. One of my grandfather's cousins owns 4 or 5 restaurants in Beirut. I met up with her and I was like, I have to work for you. I don't even want you to pay me, like, I'll just work. I knew I was gonna open a Lebanese something. So then I realized, I was like, I've got to cook Lebanese food in New Zealand. I'd already been working on the menu, so it was already in my head, and it was already on paper, even, the menu.
He wanted to call it Gemmayze Street, and I said to him, but Gemmayze Street will not mean anything to anybody except you. He said, doesn't matter. He said, we'll make our own name.
So there's a few things that we started with, like my version of the knafe, which has got ricotta cheese inside instead of stretchy mozzarella. And that's, again, like coated in the crispy phyllo and then put sugar syrup. But then like Claudia comes in and puts like a basil and yogurt sorbet on the top. And it just like changes knafe into this whole new, different thing. Lebanese people were a bit weirded out by it, but people from New Zealand are just like, what the hell, this is amazing. Someone came up to me the other night and said, that was the best meal I've eaten all year. And it's just like, that makes my night.